Hi guys, the monsoons are here and I'm sure you all are very particular about your diet. Want to eat something light, you prefer something vegetarian, but yet sometimes your heart craves for a nice protein meal. And so today we'll make a quick, easy, spicy egg pulao which is just perfect for the monsoons. So first, I'm going to heat 3 to 4 tablespoons of oil and we'll add some whole spices to this. So I'm going to be taking some cloves, say about 5 cloves, an inch of cinnamon, 3 green cardamoms, 10 peppercorns, and my favorite, the most beautiful, star anise. So now let's add this to the hot oil. And now once they are releasing their aroma, we're going to add 3 onions that are sliced. And we're going to fry them nice, golden and crisp. The impatient Smita is getting into me right now, so I'm going to add a little bit of salt to fasten the process. The onions have browned well and turned quite crisp, so we'll add a tablespoon of garlic paste and a tablespoon of ginger paste. Saute this for a minute or two, not more. And now we'll add 3 tomatoes, medium-sized tomatoes finely chopped. So while the tomatoes are getting cooked, we'll add a few spices to this. 3/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder. Now since this is a spicy pulao, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of chili powder. I'm also going to be throwing in some slit green chilies, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. Add a handful of freshly chopped coriander leaves. Add in a cup of whisked yogurt. Now just reduce the flame to a minimum because we don't want the yogurt to split. The tomatoes have cooked, the gravy is looking delicious. Now we'll add a teaspoon of garam masala to this. Gosh, I have to make my fresh batch of garam masala soon, I think. So a teaspoon of garam masala, and now add a cup of water to this. Just mix this well. We'll make some insertions in the egg, not very deep enough, but just enough so that the masala goes in, and we'll just leave it in the gravy. Now just throw in some roughly chopped mint leaves, about 10 to 12 of them, and gently mix the gravy. Now here I have soaked 3 cups of basmati rice for about half an hour. Now we'll just add this rice to the gravy and the eggs. Just gently mix the rice, the eggs and the masala. And since we've taken 3 cups of rice, we're going to add 6 cups of water to this. We've already added salt while we were browning the onions, but since we've added the rice also, we will need to add more salt to this. Don't add too much, just enough for the rice also to get cooked well with the salt. So, to understand how much salt that you need to put in this pulao, when you taste the water with the salt, it should be a tad bit salty, not much, because all the rice is going to soak in the salt and then the taste is going to be absolutely proper. So now we're going to cover this and cook it on a medium to low flame till the rice is done. Now just eggs with rice doesn't sound like a complete meal, right? So to make this a complete meal, we'll have some nice chatpata butter vegetables. So for that, first, let's heat a tablespoon of butter. And while the butter is melting, we're going to add 100 grams of carrots that are julienned. Now we'll saute this in butter for at least 3 to 4 minutes till they change color and are slightly cooked, because I want to have the vegetables a little crunchy. You can see what a beautiful orange color the carrots have got. So now we'll remove it. Now in the same butter, there is a little bit of butter there. So we'll add a cup of bhindi and continue to saute the bhindi or the lady finger till it's almost cooked but yet crunchy. These are also done. We sauteed it for almost 2 to 3 minutes. Now we'll saute a cup of French beans. The beans are done as well. Let's remove them. Now we'll add the brinjal. Now when you cut the brinjal and keep it aside, remember you have to keep it in water, otherwise it will get oxidized and turn black. So the brinjal also we have sauteed for 2 to 3 minutes. Now I'm going to keep this on the side of the pan because I want the vegetables to get cooked while we are frying the rest of the vegetables. So now here I've taken 2 medium-sized potatoes, cut them into julienne, and now we're going to fry these crisp. It's been almost 15 minutes. We'll just check if the rice is done. The fragrance is just unbelievable. And let's see if the rice is cooked. It's completely cooked. I can't see any water in here. So what I'm going to do is just gently flick the rice up. And now cover it again and let the pulao rest for at least 10 minutes while we prepare the vegetables. The potatoes are done as well, so we'll just shift them to the side. And now I'm going to add 1 bitter gourd. Karela, I know, don't make a face guys, but Karela is very delicious. So we'll just fry the Karela as well in the butter. You all must be wondering, why have I sauteed the vegetables separately? It's because each vegetable has a separate cooking time and I didn't want the sauteed vegetables to become a little mushy, looking a little limp. So I've sauteed all the vegetables separately for that reason. The bitter gourd is also cooked. I'm going to keep it on the side and we'll heat a tablespoon of oil. Now to this, we're going to add 2 onions that are finely chopped. Just saute the onions till they are soft and translucent. Now once the onions are soft, just slowly mix in all the vegetables. Now to these vegetables, we'll add some spices. A teaspoon of cumin seed powder, a teaspoon of coriander seed powder, half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, a teaspoon of red chili powder, a teaspoon of amchur powder, and a teaspoon of anardana powder. And now quickly just mix these vegetables in a very delicate way, because remember, they are almost cooked. We don't want the vegetables to break. Want them to look nice and beautiful. Now we'll add half a cup of water to this. Now remember, Butter always has salt unless you're using unsalted butter. So add salt absolutely after tasting it. So I'm going to add very little salt. Half a teaspoon of pepper powder. And just let the vegetables cook in the masala on a medium to low flame for 2 to 3 minutes. So the vegetables are ready. Our spicy egg pulao is ready as well. So let's serve this. So for a lovely cold rainy day, you have a beautiful recipe to try and it's a complete meal. So do try this recipe, let me know and keep watching Smita Dev.